The last time Cheetara saw 6 of her 10 puppies, more than half of the babies left at the same time. The vast majority of the adopters of the cheetah babies are from the city of Sao Paulo and the surrounding region. So, the gentleman with the cocoricos offered to take this little gang to Sao Paulo to make it easier to deliver the puppies to their new families. And then, to make this trip safely, the humans bought 2 big crates specifically for transporting dogs to split the Thunder dog in-hose between the crates. And guys, the day those big crates arrived at our house, it really hit us that this big family was going to be separated. Until then, it seemed like such a distant idea for Alice. But when we saw those big crates, that's when we realized that those little guys were really going to leave. The first step was to assemble the crates. Being a temporary home doesn't just hurt your heart, does it? It also hurts your wallet. Those cages cost over 1,000 cruzies. The second step was to see if those 2 cages would fit in the rented car, right? After all, the old warhorse car wouldn't be able to make it all the way to Sao Paulo. The only way to carry those big crates was to put one on the seat and the other in the trunk. And then came the hardest and saddest moment. To separate the mother from most of her babies forever. And guys, by the way, Cheetariña got desperate when she saw the car and the crates. It almost seemed like her motherly instinct had warned her about what was going to happen. Cheetara is about 3 years old and has always had access to the street, even during Sill's time. So for sure, this isn't the first time her babies have been taken from her. How many farewells without a chance to say goodbye has this poor little mother already had to go through? The breeding of female dogs is extremely sad. That's why spaying is so important. To avoid so much suffering, I keep imagining how many Thunder underdogs from past pregnancies must be out there roaming around the city. Many probably weren't as lucky as this litter we took care of to find a home, a family, or even to survive. Cheetara came to us to break this cycle of pain and a life of suffering on the streets. Just like these last 10 puppies she had, she will also have a home and a responsible family, and having her and her babies spayed and neutered will break this exhausting cycle forever. The worst part is that the poor thing is so innocent and trusts us so much that she didn't see any harm in humans picking up her puppies one by one and taking them outside. She must have thought it was just another day of vaccination or deworming. The puppies, who had never been caged before, were also desperate because of the feeling of being separated from their safe place next to their mom. Oh guys, honestly, you know, what a sadness. Spaying prevents so many tough situations like this. In the end, only Lion was left, who will be adopted in a few days because his adopter had surgery and is recovering. And the little one who looks just like Maisa back in the Baldi days with Poria, since poor Maiso is still without a family. Because his adopters gave up and Mama Grella already has an excellent adoptive family, but they will only come to get her later on. And how empty this house feels. Not even the lack of furniture makes this little house as dull as the absence of the Thunder dogs. Cheetara, with her tall height, stood by the window watching her babies trapped far from her care. And it was then, in that terrible moment, that this little mother knew she would never see them again. She already knew this pain. She already knew what was happening. She had been through this before. She didn't cry just for that day. She cried for all the other days just like it. Cheetara already knew. It wasn't the sound of the car or the strange smell of the cages. It was instinct. It was memory. That desperation in her eyes wasn't fear of something new. It was recognition. She had seen this scene before. Cheetara already knew the pain of separation. She already knew the silence that remains after the cubs are gone. And when she stood at the window, big and restless, watching her babies trapped out of her reach, that's when it hit her. Not for us, for her. Right there, that mother knew. She knew she would never see them again. She knew that chapter had closed. She knew because that pain already had a name, already had a shape, already had a scar. Cheetara didn't understand the words, but her weary heart understood, having already lost too much.